Marcus Hale had never intended to live in exile on the rim of human-controlled space, but life rarely respected intent. He was once an accomplished starship engineer for Earth's fleet, one of the best. But a mistake during a battle, a miscalculation that had cost lives, drove him from the stars. He wandered until he found himself on a barren world called Caro Rest, a desert planet of junkyards, scavengers and old broken things. It suited him. He was broken too. For years, Marcus had made a living repairing scraps, old plasma rifles, agricultural drones, mining crawlers. The locals brought him whatever they dug up from the sands, and he fixed it. He thought that would be enough. Quiet survival. Solitude. Until the day the wreck fell from the sky. The impact shook the dunes for kilometers around. Marcus saw the smoke from his workshop and, against his better judgment, climbed aboard his crawler to investigate. He told himself it was just curiosity, or the chance to scavenge something valuable. But what he found was not salvage. The starship was alien. Sleek but broken, scorched by re-entry, its hull cracked open like a wounded beast. And inside, trapped against a spar of twisted alloy, was a woman. Not human but close. Her skin shimmered with a faint iridescence. Her silver hair spread across the wreckage like liquid light. She coughed weakly, clutching her side. When her luminous eyes opened and met his, Marcus froze. She was no scavenged part. She was alive. "Please," she whispered, her voice trembling, accented but clear. "Don't let me die here." Marcus's old instincts, the ones he thought he had buried, snapped awake. He pulled her from the wreck, carried her to his crawler, and took her back to his workshop. Her ship was ruined, her body fragile, but her spirit unbroken. Her name, he learned, was Ilara of the Kalari people. A traveler, an explorer, perhaps even a fugitive, she would not say. But one truth was immediate. Her ship was dying, and only Marcus could bring it back to life. Rebuilding what was lost. For weeks, Marcus worked on the Kalari craft. It was a puzzle of alien engineering, elegant fluid systems that bent light and matter in ways human technology barely dreamed of. But where others might have failed, Marcus thrived. His hands remembered the feel of repairing a starship's heart. He worked day and night, welding, rewiring, grafting human parts into alien frames, improvising with a genius born of desperation. And always Ilara was there. She watched him, sometimes silent, sometimes asking questions. She teased him about his stubbornness, laughed when he cursed at a component, and listened when, against his will, Marcus found himself talking. He told her about Earth, about his past, about the battle that had gone wrong. He confessed the weight of his guilt, how he had come to Caro Rest to disappear. "You carry a wound that never closed," Ilara said one night, as she traced the hull of her ship. "But even wounds can heal if you let them." Her words unsettled him, because she was healing something in him without even trying. Marcus noticed the way her iridescent skin shimmered when the desert sun touched it, the way her laughter softened the hard edges of his workshop. He caught himself studying her not just as an alien, but as a woman, a companion he had never expected to find. And she noticed him too. One evening, after a long day of repairing stabilizers, Ilara brought food, strange fruits from her emergency stores. She sat close, her silver hair brushing his shoulder, her luminous eyes fixed on him. "You could have left me there," she said softly. "You had no reason to save me. Why did you?" Marcus hesitated, then spoke the truth. "Because I couldn't watch someone die. Not again." Her gaze lingered, warm and searching, before she smiled. "Then perhaps I was meant to fall here. Meant to find you." Marcus's chest tightened. He told himself it was nonsense. She had a ship to return to, a journey to finish. He was just a broken man in a desert. But every day the ship neared completion. And every day, the thought of her leaving gnawed at him like rust. Conflict, the choice. The ship was ready. After months of work, it stood in his workshop, gleaming and whole again. Ilara's eyes filled with wonder as she touched the controls, the hum of power coursing through the vessel once more. "You did it," she whispered. "No Kalari engineer could have done this. Only you." Marcus felt pride stir within him, a pride he hadn't allowed himself in years. But it was tangled with dread. Because now she could leave. That night, Ilara found him outside beneath the stars. "Marcus," she said, her voice unsteady. "Tomorrow I depart. My people will be searching for me. I must return." He nodded, staring at the sand. "Of course. That's why I fixed your ship." Silence stretched between them. Then, almost too soft to hear, she said, "But my heart does not want to leave." Marcus turned, stunned. Her hand trembled as she reached for his, her alien warmth flowing into him. "Among the Kalari," she whispered, "we are taught that bonds are sacred. But choosing a human, it is forbidden. Yet when I look at you, Marcus, I see the man who saved me, who gave me hope, who rebuilt more than a ship. You rebuilt me." He swallowed hard, torn between longing and fear. "Ilara. No one. Just a man running from his mistakes." Her luminous eyes shone. "And yet, you are the man I would not let go of, even if the stars demanded it." Ending more than a ship. The next day the ship stood ready. Ilara could leave at any moment. But she didn't. She stood before Marcus, her silver hair rippling in the desert wind, her gaze fierce. "I have a choice," she said. "To return to the stars and my people, or to remain where my heart has already chosen." Marcus's throat tightened. "And what does your heart say?" She stepped closer, pressed her forehead gently to his. "It says the stars can wait." And so the ship remained. Ilara chose not to leave, not because her vessel was incomplete, but because she had found something more important than any journey, a home with him. Together, they built a new life on Karo Rest. The desert no longer felt barren, not with her laughter echoing through his workshop. Marcus no longer felt broken, for Ilara had seen him, truly seen him, and chosen him anyway. The wreck was repaired. But what truly mattered was this. In the act of saving her, Marcus had unknowingly saved himself.